Guys, football talks. West Ham 3, Liverpool 2. Liverpool suffered their first loss of the season and their first loss in a very, very long run of games. And I think they put in their best. Another club, Liverpool, have done their best, but there are only so many miracles club can work, without being backed by his employers FSG. We are seeing so many of these top quality rival managers like Pep and Tuchel being backed to the hilt, with transfers, and they are doing their best. But it seems like Klopp is being asked to work miracles. We are seeing some of Liverpool's key players leaving, and FSG not bothering to replace them. He's then having to work with some of the injury-prone players in his team, or bring in players from the academy. And you can't have sustained success like this. And I think that has been the major problem that has affected Liverpool. I think coming into this game, it was always going to be tough for Liverpool because everybody knows that West Ham, I very much a much improved side, from over the years, particularly under Moyes. They've developed so well. You're even having players like Declan Rice who are playing for the English national team, and that shows you how much quality the player has. So everyone knew that this game was going to be a very physical one, and for Liverpool to be able to even protect a lead, if they're able to get one, they were going to need their midfield to be resilient and tough, and Fabinho and Henderson were going to have to be at their best, for them to be able to withstand the onslaught from this West Ham side, but it was very tough, and Liverpool found themselves, on the ropes when there was like when the first goal was scored, which I believe it was a clear foul on Alisson, but the referee deemed it otherwise, and the goal was given. And West Ham, they kept coming and coming, and they came back. They scored some more with a fantastic counter-attacking goal, and then Kozuma did the last damage, and Alexander Arnold as well. He showed why he's the best attacking right back in world football, with that well taken goal after combining with Mo Salah. And for Divock Origi as well, tried to restore parity, but that was as far as Liverpool could go with the comeback. It was a fantastic spectacle, I'm very sure, for neutrals, but Liverpool, I think Klopp is being asked to do the impossible with this side. The squad. I think Liverpool have one of the thinnest squads, if not the thinnest squad, in the top six. The starting 11 is very strong, but when players are asked to come in and do a job from the bench, the drop in quality is very evident and is very, very large. And on that basis, I think Liverpool's best chances this season are going to very depend on them keeping their starting 11 fit. Because it will be unwise to hope on injury prone players being the backbone of the team when key starting players are injured. Players like Thiago Alcantara, Naby Keita, and Oxlade Chamberlain, who have struggled seriously with injuries, so during the course of their Liverpool career. But I think credit has to be given to West Ham for the shift they put in. They are playing as a fantastic unit and as a team. You can see that the team spirit is very high among them. And when you have team spirit like that, even the best talents in the world can fall, to such unity and such coordination and such selfless fighting. And that's what I think has been the basis for West Ham's strong start to the season, and they are maintained and consistent performances this season. They were fantastic in this game, and they kept coming. And I think I have to say that David Moyes has also evolved as a manager, from back in the day when he was at Everton and at United. He's much more fearless now. He's less afraid to take risks. He aims higher. And with this side, I'm very sure he'll be looking at breaking into the top four. He'll be looking at putting in his best and breaking into the top four. But I think he also needs to go further and try and see if he can win at least a domestic cup with West Ham this season. They definitely have the squad. They definitely have the players, and some credit has to also be given to the West Ham administration, the board and the ownership, because over the years they've done some fantastic recruitment to ensure that this team just keeps getting better and better with respect to the personnel that are being added to it. And I think they are reaping the rewards of these sacrifices and fantastic decisions that they've made over the years. So it was a fantastic game. Mo Salah didn't get a goal, but everybody still knows that he's still the best attacker in the league. And Virgil van Dijk was imperious as well, but there's only so much he could do, with some Matip came back into the side, and he put in his best, but it wasn't enough. I think the problem for Liverpool lies in midfield and the protection that they the midfield offers, particularly with respect to the squad depth when players are out. Wijnaldum was a very key player for Liverpool before he left when it came to, defending and shooting the back four. But and after he left, he wasn't replaced. So anyone seems to come into that side, and obviously they've not been able to do quite a good job as he used to do, as Wijnaldum used to do when he was there. So I think this has been the problem. But Liverpool, I think they will need to address these issues in the transfer markets, particularly in the summer at least. If they can't do it in January, you'll have to definitely do it in the summer. Otherwise, it's only going to, the inconsistent performances resulting from this lack of squad depth are only going to, keep increasing. And it will be a shame because Liverpool, I feel, are just maybe one or two, three or four players away from being inside that can truly dominate and truly compete and win leagues and Champions League titles, year after year. I think it will be a shame because when you have the best attacker in the world currently, and you have the best centre back in the world currently, the best attacking right back, the best left back in the world, one of the world's best goalkeepers. I don't think I think it will be unfortunate if you can't, make a couple of signings, to complete the puzzle, and make sure that you have a winning outfit that truly dominates and utilizes, the immense talent that you have to win, trophies endlessly and serially. So we'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. What do you feel about Liverpool winning the league title this year? How far do you think they can go on that club this year? What do you think are the problems Liverpool are facing this year? What do you think are the solutions to these problems? Same thing goes for, West Ham. How far do you think David Moyes and West Ham can go this season? Do you think they can finish in the top four? What do you think are the problems West Ham are facing this season? What do you think are the solutions to these problems? We'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share. I look very forward to hearing from you again next game day. Goodbye and God bless.